Petrol engines have one trick up their sleeve which allows them to perform well even at higher RPMs and also remain reliable in the long term. The trick is ignition timing. Unlike diesel engines where the window for fuel injection is small and needs to be aligned with the end of compression, the spark timing in petrol engines can be varied to a good extent, and this makes petrol engines the Tyler Durden of IC engines. But what good does altering the ignition timing serves? Before we move on to that, let's first understand how petrol engines make power. After the intake stroke, the piston starts to move up, compressing the air and fuel mixture, and this is when the spark plug fires, that is in the compression stroke, igniting the air-fuel mixture, and then this ignited air-fuel mixture expands, increasing pressure. As the piston reaches the top dead center, this pressure maximizes and thus pushes the piston down with the maximum amount of force, and hence making power. Now, at higher revs, the piston moves up and down really quickly, and in order to generate the maximum force or maximum down pressure at the right time, the ECU advances the ignition timing, making the spark plug fire earlier, and thus allowing the engine to sustain higher revs without the loss of power. Similarly, if the engine is knocking, the ECU retards the ignition timing, making the spark plug fire later so that peak pressures are reached later in the combustion cycle when the piston is further down the cylinder, thus avoiding knock. I hope you learned something new from this. Share this and I'll see you in the next one.